In the normal criminal case, no one who comes in for jury selection has ever heard of the person who's going on trial. That's a lot trickier with Donald Trump. It's not that hard to conceive of finding 12 people who don't have an opinion about the person on trial. Prosecutors of defense may want to jockey for advantage. They may want to find someone who doesn't say, I'm going to be biased, but maybe has some characteristics that might tell them, yeah, this person's likely going to lean in our favor from the start. In a lot of high-profile cases, they'll use what's called a jury questionnaire to essentially try to get inside the minds of jurors. And they ask everything ranging from basic questions, biographical questions, things that get at the type of political actor that you are. Which of the following print publications, cable and/or network programs, or online media such as websites, blogs, or social media platforms do you visit, read, or watch? Prosecutors, when they look at this question, will want to see, may have some red flags if someone gets their news from Newsmax only or from Donald Trump's Truth Social feed. Conversely, from the defense perspective, it's going to be the same type of thing. If someone's a devout MSNBC watcher and watches their primetime programming, opinion programming, other social media platforms will come in here. If you get your news from these kinds of platforms, you're getting a sort of distorted picture of the world. The defendant in this case has written a number of books. Have you read or listened to audio of any one or more of these books? And if so, which ones? A lot of his books are decades old. The Art of the Deal is the most famous one. In New York, those books have had a little more currency than they have elsewhere in the country. The Art of the Deal probably got read by a lot of people of different political stripes. It was before Trump was deeply involved in politics. If a juror's read those books, I don't think that it's necessarily disqualifying. But I think, again, that would lead on the prosecution side to more follow-up questions about, is this person a huge Trump fan? They've read all of Trump's books and they subscribe to his business philosophy, and therefore maybe they credit him with sort of a mentor type way. Have you, a relative or close friend, ever worked for a company or organization that is owned or run by Donald Trump or anyone in his family? Trump has had a huge business presence in New York for decades, and it's not inconceivable that even people who say they could be fair to Donald Trump have at some point in their lives drawn a paycheck from a Trump-related company in a way that might color their view. I'm sure people of many different worldviews work for those companies, and so you probably couldn't just reflexively throw someone out or rule someone in as a supporter for you based on their employment history, but I think it would at least be an indicator that I'm sure Trump would love to see in jurors who join the panel. Do you have any opinions about the legal limits governing political contributions? A juror who raises concerns or even says, I don't have concerns about the way campaign finance works in this country, is telling you something about their political sophistication. And there's also a conservative and progressive line here. I think conservatives are much more open to fewer restrictions and constraints on political spending and campaign finance. Do you have any strong opinions or firmly held beliefs about former President Donald Trump or the fact that he is a current candidate for president that would interfere with your ability to be fair and impartial? Prosecutors are going to hope that people say, I have no strong opinion about Donald Trump. The question here will be, can you set that opinion aside to handle this case? There's no magic formula here. People are complicated. People have different motivations and different philosophical beliefs that often defy the stereotypes that the lawyers sometimes bring to the table when they're trying to judge. And at the end of the day, the goal is really to pick an impartial jury and hope you get a result that isn't tainted by politics.